I'm a huge proponent, and I'm somebody who's got tens of millions of followers across all these platforms. I'm a huge proponent of hiding follow counts.
So during this pandemic, I've been like building my brand on Twitch, TikTok. But while DJing started out as a hobby, and I started to monetize off it, and I felt like it was more work than more fun. Like I started to see like, oh my gosh, it's such a chore setting up. I hate setting up. So I was just wondering what your thoughts are on that.
I've got real thoughts on it. I think that you should stop monetizing it.
Oh. Stop monetizing?
It's okay. It's okay to not monetize it. Like to me,
true.
I leave money on the table in a million ways because I don't like it. Like, you know, the money's just not worth it. If you took something you loved, actually, I got a great story for you, and it has to do with this hat. One of the riskiest, scariest things I've done in business in the last 30 years was when my brother and I started Vayner Sports, and we started representing football players, because my one escapism was New York Jets football. No matter what, on those Sundays, during the NFL draft, during free agency, no matter how much pressure and negativity I had going on, I would escape into this universe and it would be so happy. And I was scared that us getting into the business would turn it into a business and I wouldn't enjoy it. Luckily, and I was prepared. I even told AJ, I said, hey, I'll do that. We'll do this, but I may not want to do this in a year, because if I start watching Jet games and start rooting for Vayner Sports players over the Jets, it's going to ruin this thing for me. Luckily, I love the Jets so much that I don't even care. When they play Vayner Sports players, I hate the Vayner Sports players because I love the Jets so much. I'm so tribal about it. So it didn't. But I was prepared to like lose money and not do it anymore because I cherished my happiness. For you, you love tech and you're a professional in it and you have a lot of upside. You need to really give thought to not monetizing the DJ stuff, because it might be contaminating your happiness. And here's where it gets really important. This is a very important nuance. You being able to escape into DJ world allows you to be more successful in tech world. So you might be actually losing money because you're monetizing on DJing, but it's corroding that escapism, which doesn't make you as effective in your core business and career, which may limit that upside. So you're throwing off the balance. So even though you're monetizing the DJ monies, you might actually be losing money because you've limited the upside of you on the tech side. I completely believe that my professional success is predicated on my ability to escape to places like garage sailing, sports cards, you know, other interests. And that gives me the fuel to be such a juggernaut in what I do for a living. So I would protect the purity of that DJing at all costs. Fucking stop monetizing.
That's very true.
Make sense?
Yeah, but I also want to ask, like, how do I stop obsessing over like the viewers, the followers, the subscribers, you know, on Twitch?
Of course. I think that it all depends on your relationship with your own self-esteem and basically the way you played junior high and high school. The biggest thing that what people don't realize is what social media and subscribers have done is it's extended high school dynamics into grown-up life. It's a popularity contest.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that people need to, I mean, I'm a huge proponent, and I'm somebody who's got tens of millions of followers across all these platforms. I'm a huge proponent of hiding follow counts across the board. It would look on paper that it would be not beneficial for me to be the champion of that, but I just want more happiness, and I do not believe that the following count numbers are bringing happiness. I think it's bringing anxiety. Now, I don't think that's YouTube and Instagram and TikTok's fault. I think that's the human's fault.
Yeah.
You know, the way for you to stop obsessing is by stop obsessing. And what I mean by that, Esther, is that you need to realize that you just love the DJing so much, it's almost irrelevant if anybody's watching. For example, I was garage sailing for the last 25 years. I don't do garage sale videos and flip content for my social. I just happened to document something I always did. Nobody was watching me. Nobody gave a fuck. I just loved it. So I don't care if it does well or it doesn't do well. My sports card videos on my Instagram don't do as well as my other stuff. I just don't give a fuck.
Okay, that makes sense.
Happiness over everything.
Okay. Self-care and happiness over everything.
Over everything. It just doesn't matter. Like the market always underestimates people. Like, do not use that as affirmation. You know, if you just do it because you love doing it, a lot of the things that you want to happen will happen, or you'll realize, hey, there's just a lot of people that are way better at each. I love playing basketball. There's probably 4 billion people that are better at basketball than me, but that doesn't stop me from playing basketball. And I think too many people right now are like, well, I only have 8,000 followers. Well, guess what? You weren't meant to be Beyonce. You weren't meant to be Marshmello, you know, or Avicii. And that's super fine because you're doing it because you fucking actually love it. Like, that's more than enough.
You're right. Yeah.
That. I wish you nothing but success.
Thank you. Wait, can I ask one more question?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so you know, in a DJing side, like it goes hand in hand with alcohol. And I know maybe this isn't a question for you, but I find it more fun to stream while drinking, but I really want to separate the two. Is that funny? It's a real problem.
Well, is it a problem? Are you getting blackout drunk, or are you just getting a little loose and having fun?
Half, honestly.
Okay, well, listen. You know, I'm not sure I'm equipped to handle like true like substance abuse, but look, I think look, having fun is something we need to put on a pedestal. You know, if you're doing in the confines of your home and you're not endangering anybody, or more importantly yourself, and putting yourself in precarious spots, I think the question becomes, are you using that to disguise your insecurity while you're doing it? Is a very important question.
Maybe.
That.
Okay.
Listen to me, Esther. If you can get a relationship with the judgment of others, and you take down the value of other people's voice, and you take up the value of your own voice, you will be blown away by how much better life starts fucking clicking.
Thank you. You sound like my therapist.
Sometimes. Have a great day.
All right. Thank you so much.